Breanna, I do hope you spend the rest of your life flipping burgers at McDonald's because that is what you deserve. And don't forget to wear a Free Palestine flag on your t-shirt. They hate you because you're not Muslim. They're part of the Muslim Brotherhood. That is where they derive their ideology from. They hate gays. They throw gays off the roof of houses. And you wave that pride flag and say, I'm marching for Palestine. Those guys in Palestine, for them you are wajibul qatl. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, don't forget to press the bell icon. Friends, you know the protests that are going on in the US. And many students, they say over 2,500 students have been arrested across 50 universities. But slowly and slowly, incidents are coming to light where students are repenting because it is hitting their academics. It's hitting their careers, and now students are repenting. And many students have come forward and said that, we didn't understand what we were doing. When I said that those students who were protesting were stupid, people said, no, Major, you're taking away their freedom. I'm not taking away anybody's freedom. I'm just saying those students are stupid. Your job is to study. You've taken loans. You've taken money from your parents, from your friends. I don't know how you managed. But your job is to do well in college. Your job is not to protest. And it does not matter. Your protests mean absolutely nothing. They mean nothing. They account for zero. You have been misled by the left. You have been misled by the radical Islamists who now infest American university campuses. You've been misled by them. Right? And now this is the story of a young lady. Her name is Breanna Brocker, Arizona State University senior. Breanna Brocker choked up over missing her graduation after being arrested and suspended for trespassing during an anti-Israel protest. Brocker expressed disappointment, stating that she would have to inform her family not to attend her graduation ceremonies. Breanna Brocker, why in God's name? What did you think you would do? Take a weapon and go and fight in Gaza? You actually thought that your voice mattered? You know why I'm saying this? If you want your voice to matter, go to Gaza. You want to take advantage of America's liberal system. You want to take advantage of America's diversity. You want to take advantage of America's constitution, its protections of rights. Right? Because you want a safety net. America provides a safety net. It's like, a child jumping from the roof of a house. Okay? You're jumping from the roof of a house. But there, the parents have put one safety net, two safety nets, three safety nets, 4, 5, 6. And the child knows 110% that if the child jumps, there are so many safety nets. The parents are standing here. Everything is there. There are 4 mattresses kept down below. So there is nothing that is going to happen. Right? And the child jumps safely. This is exactly why protests are happening in America, because they know that nothing is going to happen. They're damn sure, they're 110% sure that nothing will happen. And this is exactly why protests are not happening in any Muslim country. Because the students there, much as they love Palestine, know that if they start protesting, in spite of the government telling them not to protest, they will disappear, their families will disappear, and forget about graduation, there will be no college. They know that. So nobody is willing to take a chance. No one, absolutely. This, my friends, is the story of these American protesters. I have a family coming in who I've let them know not to come to my graduation ceremonies. I'm just disappointed. I am a 2020 high school grad, so I wasn't able to walk then. So, when it is, here it is, I'm not able to walk now. I don't know what she means by walk then, walk now. During the suspension, Brocker will receive a degree and be allowed to finish classes, but it is unclear under what circumstances she will graduate. Several students at ASU have been arrested over pro-Palestinian protests. Brocker said that despite everything, Brocker said that despite everything, she will not stop taking part in such protests. I was doing what I believed was right, and I still believe to be right. I would stand up for the cause again, even if it means something negative for me. Good for you, Brocker. Good for you. At least you have shown some spine, but the internet is against her. And they're saying that this is the first time, right? This is the first time that she has had to answer for her actions. They say that it is the consequence of her actions during the protest. This is the first time in her life that her actions had consequences. Life is ugly, Brocker. Life is horribly and terribly ugly, and nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you, nobody cares about me, nobody cares about anybody. If you get arrested, if you're hauled up in front of a judge, and if you're sentenced, your career is over. Then you'll just be another homeless bum on the streets of Arizona, someplace, some city of Arizona. You'll just be another homeless bum living your life in substance abuse. That is what is going to happen. And you can protest for Palestine as much as you want. Today, you have a right to protest because you're an American. I would request this lady, go to Palestine. Forget about Gaza. There is bombardment going on in Gaza. Forget about Gaza. I would request this lady to go to Palestine and walk normally in jeans and a t-shirt. And then see what they do to you. The people that you're standing up for, that is the Hamas or the Palestinians, they hate you. They hate you because you're not Muslim. They're part of the Muslim Brotherhood. That is where they derive their ideology from. They hate gays. They throw gays off the roof of houses. Right? They kill homosexuals. This pride flag waving nonsense that happens in America, you try doing it there and then you'll realize. I'm not saying nonsense in terms of, gay rights. I'm all for whatever people want to be. What I mean to say is that, when you go there and you wave that pride flag and say, I'm marching for Palestine, let me tell you, those guys in Palestine, for them you are wajibul qatl. It's okay to finish you off. That is what wajibul qatl means. It's wajib. It's all right. It's permitted. That is what they have done. Ask any Palestinian who's protesting along with you. Put a mic, put a camera in front of his face. I'm just telling you the truth so that you know what you're doing, right? Take any Palestinian who was born in Palestine, not a first generation whose parents came over, no. Talk to any Palestinian student who has come from Palestine studying in a university. Put a camera on his face and ask, what is the punishment for gays and lesbians and homosexuals in Palestine? What would the Hamas do to them? And just say, we want a one-line answer. Don't say this and that and however and moreover and what is written in the Quran and what is not written in the Quran. That is irrelevant. What is written in a holy book is irrelevant. What is relevant is what actually happens. They hate you. They hate you. They're taking advantage of the situation now, and this is a temporary truce between the parties because they see Israel as a common enemy. But let me tell you that they hate you. They hate you almost as much as they hate the Jews. And they will go to any violent extreme to vent that hatred. Here are some of the comments, Her suspension didn't cause her to miss a final. Her atrocious behavior did. The school warned them what would happen. They chose not to listen, always whining about their free speech being violated or just standing up for something when in the fact these students and incumbents went far beyond a protest, violating university policy. The university stated that they warned the students 20 times. One user wrote this. It's real fun to be caught up in a cause du jour, feeling enlightened and important, but sure does suck to suffer the consequences of her actions. Boo-hoo. Right. What I really want is that I don't think Breanna Brocker has learned her lesson. I don't think she has. And what I would want is for Breanna Brocker's career to go down the drain. Let her not graduate. Right? What I want for Breanna Brocker is this. And I'm sorry, I don't mean it specifically to you, but you're kind because your kind makes me sick. And this has nothing to do with those kids who flip hamburgers at McDonald's. Breanna, I do hope you spend the rest of your life flipping burgers at McDonald's because that is what you deserve. And don't forget to wear a Free Palestine flag on your t-shirt when you're doing that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the question and answers. The first question is Shankar Ratneshwaran. Shouldn't we call it the parrot coalition? Mouth is red and body is green. Yeah, you can call it the parrot coalition also, but I think the watermelon coalition is a better word. Radical Islamists and the left, the communists. I think this is parrot coalition also good. Congratulations, Mr. Shankar Ratneshwaran. Well done. Krishnan Narayanan. I was happy to note that your Marxism illness was cured after joining the Indian Army. This tells me that the Indian youth can benefit from an early pre-college military training similar to what Singapore has done for young Singaporeans. What are your thoughts on this? Krishnan Narayan. Krishnanji, Jai Hind, and thank you for your question. Yes. But the problem is that the population in Singapore is negligible. Singapore almost has no population. The problem in India is that today, if we start giving military training to people under a certain age, let us say under the age of 20, there'll be almost 20-25 crore people who qualify for this. That is almost the population of Pakistan. How will the Indian Armed Forces train such people? It's impossible. No country will have this kind of, even United States of America or China, any country, they cannot have this kind of infrastructure in place to train people. I think it is more to do with realizing early on in life that this whole communism thing, what we know as Vampant in Hindi, this is a scam. Yeah. This is a marketing agency. It's a scam. It doesn't work. That is why it is not successful in any country. The only country that proudly claims, even Cuba has stopped doing it. Yeah. Even Cuba has stopped doing it. China has stopped doing it. Russia has stopped doing it. The only country that claims to be proudly communist in its purest form is North Korea. And I will not argue with North Korea because they're telling the truth. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, press the like button. Subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.